So where are we? Okay, I think the reason why this error is occurring is we're using advanced instead of complicated in our test. So let's bring up our ingest test and just use that. So that wasn't fruitless. We've just improved our tests quite significantly. Okay, and then in terms of complicated, I think I'm quite happy to keep the old syntax with the double braces here. And maybe put a hashtag in there. And then the pipes are going to be double braces with pipe operator. Okay. I think that's quite a nice little syntax that we'll implement. There's going to be a slight variation on Markdown. In fact, let's just have a look at how this renders using a default Markdown editor. In fact, we should be able to just use CY, can't we? Is the app open? No. Okay, let me bring my other Markdown editor up here. So, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so if we grab all of this content and paste it in here. Sweet, so it looks like by default the Markdown is essentially going, any usual Markdown editor is just going to ignore that jumble of hash and square braces, and so that's going to give us a sort of place to implement our own syntax, which is sort of like a pre-processing syntax. I'm so happy it is cool enough to enjoy a pot of tea again, because last week it was not. Definitely helps my productivity, I'm sure of it. Okay, so if we use this syntax, we've got like basically hashtags, pipes. I think we want to implement at, which will be sort of contacts. So we'll say test at example.com. And maybe 0, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mobile number. Actually, let's enforce that mobile numbers have a +44 or plus syntax international. So you can at an email, or you can at an at, so username, I guess. So this we could just say underscore said the cat. Okay. Cool. Alright, so let's use some proper syntax, capitalization. So this is the title, this is content. Here we go, this is a subheader, right? This is more content. here we've got a, how do we want to do it? To do X? X feels like it's a to-do that's been crossed off, right? So maybe a dash is a to-do. And say, we could just do to-do, right? I kind of like the pipe syntax here instead of colons. Yep, okay, cool. So to do, add image here, and then what else? Maybe we want to support some front matter, so this is going to be some toml, and we will just say category equals blog, and let's say author equals Joe Blogs. Alright. Alright, so we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, I think, but this ingest command seems to sort of work without like failing massively. I think what we can do is make sure this is async, and then just await here. I'm not sure. I think that's what those errors we're seeing are due to. No? Okay. Oh, I really don't like this await syntax. It's so easy to make mistakes and forget to put it in. I mean, we could just catch on here. So if we return and catch on console error, is that gonna make a difference? No, something really weird about this. Let's have a look. So it looks like we're trying to push to a buffer that just isn't really working because we've completed our command or something. What are they saying here? Okay. Alright. So test environment. No, right. Cool. So let's just paste that in there. Single quotes. Okay, I'm just going to restart Jest because I have a feeling it's not going to pick that up until we restart it. Fantastic. We are now very happily passing without any errors. I'm just going to commit there, I believe. So we're just going to open up the submodule and we'll say integrated document model and tests passing, right? Cool. So now what do we want to insert here? So I think this is where we're going to hit a little bit of a limit. I think this is where we're going to have to switch over to this other. I don't know, actually. We know that we can quite happily pass a document, so an empty document, a simple document, and we don't quite support all the tags just yet, but I think that's fine. Maybe we just focus on the publishing side of things now. So let's have a look. First thing I want to do is be able to publish to Twitter, right? Twitter API Node.js. And let's have a look at awesome Node.js and see if there's some cool Twitter stuff on this page. Twitter. What about REST clients? Okay, these are more like tools. Let's just give them one more go. So what will we be looking at? Authentication might be useful. Okay, well, it looks like it's going to be between this twit and the Twitter. So Twitter is getting 50,000 weekly downloads, and Twit is getting what? 25,000? Well, even though that sounds a lot worse, I feel like having the name Twitter as a package name just automatically gives you an advantage. So, thinking. I don't think there's a clear winner there, so let's keep looking at them. So, we got 4K stars here. And here we have what? Okay, so the client, it looks pretty simple here. 1.2K stars. Starting to make me lean towards this. People are more interested in this project long term. They're going to star it. Yep, I like the look of this